Hey guys, welcome to my completed blueprints project. This is basically a custom crafting for structures. This system works great for completing tasks and adventure maps, and more importantly, allows survival players to build creations with survival impossible features. When you throw one of these blueprints down, you'll get an outline of the thing you're about to make. The materials you'll need to make this are shown on the right hand side. Gather up the materials and then start building. Building is the easiest and most fun part. Just throw the materials on and you'll randomly build up the structure. Once you've met the requirement for a block, throwing it doesn't consume the block, it just drops to the ground. Once you complete a blueprint, you can set it to do anything you want. In this case, I made a healing station. So once you've gathered all the materials, it's activated, and when you stand inside, you get constantly healed. My favorite part about this blueprint creation is how easily you can create your own blueprints. All you need to do is build it. With the system installed, you'll have these little editor rooms with 5x5x5 squares. Build your creation in this wire frame, and it will soon become a blueprint. You can build your unique structure with these blocks from the base module, and it's easily expandable so you can add your own blocks. Now that the building is over, we're seconds away from creating it into a blueprint. All you need to do is go over to the structure block and type in the name of the number you want it to assign to 1 through 9. For example, type out the word 1, and then go over to the command block and type in the corresponding number into the lore. You can name it whatever you like, and then you're done. Press the button on the command block to get your new blueprint. Once you have a blueprint in your hand, the area that it will be built is highlighted. Drop the blueprint down, and you're ready to start building. The first time you build a new structure, you'll notice that the materials bar on the side counts down on how many materials you've used instead of how many materials that you need. This works just fine unless you want it to count down how many materials you need. In that case, I'll show you how to do that later on in the video. Throw each material to construct your creation, randomly one block at a time. If you're not happy with the blueprint's design, changing it is easy. Just go back to your template and change whatever you need to. No need to edit the command block or structure block. The next blueprint you put down will reflect these changes. Only one blueprint can be worked on at a time, so any previous ones will disappear. Without tinkering with any commands, go back and change the blueprint as much as you want, and you'll see your changes in the next blueprint used. While making your own design is fun, it's cool to see what other people can do with blueprints. I've already made some modules that you can try for yourself, all in one command format. Copy the code from MasInYoFace.com and paste it into a command block. Hit always active, then done, and you're ready to go. You'll immediately get the blueprint in hand and you can start building. I won't show you what these do right now, but you can try them out for yourself. Blueprints is installed through the usual one command. You'll just need the structures folder first. If you know how to drag and drop one folder and copy and paste one block of text, this will take less than 1 minute. To put the structure folder inside your world, have MasInYoFace.com open, your download folder open, and your saves folder from the .minecraft folder. At MasInYoFace.com, click Structures folder. It'll bring you to the download site, download it, and it'll show up in your downloads folder. Double click what you just downloaded and it'll open up to the Structures folder. Select what world you want, double click to open it, and then drag and drop the Structures folder into your world. Alright, now for the usual one command installation. Back on the same page on MasInYoFace.com, click one command, select all this code from pastebin.com and copy it with Ctrl+C. Open up the world we just put the structure folder in, and give yourself a command block. After that, place the command block in an open area, and paste the code into the command block using Ctrl+V. A quick way to get it activated is click Always Active, then Done. Now the blueprint's main module is in your world. You're given a place editor stand which allows you to place those editing rooms. Place a couple and let's get started building. Alright, so we've already built something, so let's add some additional features and give it a final polish. To create these additional features, go over to the main module of blueprints. Each row of these command blocks is for a different number. When we made this house, we assign it to the number 1, so let's use the first row. This template over here allows you to input the number of each block that your structure uses. After that, each block type will be tested to see if the score is 0. When all of them are 0, this means the structure is complete. And this is when we can run end events. This is what happens when you complete the blueprint, and it can be whatever you want. You could treat the completion more like a ritual, in which when you complete it, hundreds of mobs would spawn. Or, when completed, turns into a trap, setting all mobs and players on fire nearby. Or maybe even have it set when it's completed, use it as transportation. Make teleporter pads, or maybe a single time used nether portal. The end events are where you can get really creative, and where the blueprint serves as just the crafting, the end events can serve as the purpose of building one of these structures. The first step is setting the amount of materials that your structure uses. Replace the word material with one of the materials on the sidebar, and then how much of it at the end. Don't forget to go back to the start and put the number name assigned to your creation. Repeat this for all the materials in your creation, assigning each one the required number of blocks it takes to complete the structure. Now comes the testing of each material. The system is just checking if the specific material's score is 0. Once they're all 0, the system knows that the structure is completed, and it can run the end events. When placing the second testing block, make sure it's turned to conditional. Every command block is going to be conditional from now on in this line, because all of them have to be true in order for the end events to be run. Continue with these testing blocks for every material, making sure they're conditional. Alright, now time for the end events. After your final test command, these are the commands that are going to be run when your structure is completed. In the template, I've included 3 basic end events that you might want to incorporate. Make sure these final command blocks are conditional, and change the placeholder name to the appropriate number name. The first default end event gets rid of the sidebar on the side, so you don't have to see it with everything reading as 0. Next up, there's a simple particle command that you can easily change. And the final command block, which should be kept on the end, is killing the central armor stand. Alright, now that we're done editing that, let's use the same old simple house blueprint. Now when we use it, we get a populated list on the side telling us how much of each material that we need. Let's go ahead and quickly build it. And when placing the final block, we know we've completed this structure because we get a nice particle command, and the materials list goes away. Keeping that final command block on the end, you can now add as many end events as you want. To show you how easy it is, let's copy and paste this particle command and change it to a summon command. We'll just have it summon lightning at the location. Well, let's see how that turns out when building the structure again. You can see that any command put on the end is run when the structure is complete. I highly recommend downloading this because it's a lot of fun to do. If you encounter any problems installing, make sure to leave in the comments so I can help you out. I plan on soon asking for your guys' blueprint submissions, so download it and start working on something that could be featured in its own video on the MasInYoFace channel. Maybe it could even be a competition, but we can decide that later. I put a lot of time and effort into this one, and I'm really proud of how it turned out, so leave some support if you think I deserved it. As always, make sure to leave your feedback in the comment section, and if you really loved it, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time, everybody!